President Trump thinks Canada will cave in. We will never, ever bow down to a bully.
Y'all, this is not a drill. Canada just replaced Justin Trudeau with someone even more radical. And his first move was picking a fight with President Trump.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has finally stepped down weeks after resigning, with his successor and new Prime Minister of Canada revealed to be staunch anti-Trumper Mark Carney. Trudeau posted on X saying, "I leave as leader of the Liberal Party with the same belief in hope and hard work as when I started. Hope for this party and hope for this country, because of the millions of Canadians who prove every day that better is always possible." Mark Carney received 85% of the vote from his party and was named as leader and Prime Minister.
In first place, the next Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, with 131,674 votes, resulting in 29,457 allocated points, representing 85.9% of the vote.
Now, don't get too excited thinking Justin Trudeau's gone and Canada is getting all of a sudden better. Carney is cut from the same cloth. Globalist, WEF darling, pro-net zero, and finally, an anti-Trump.
The Canadian government has rightly retaliated and is rightly retaliating with our own tariffs that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada.
This ain't just rhetoric. As you can see, he's doubling down on Justin Trudeau's failed economic policies. He says his government would keep tariffs on American goods until we show him respect. Respect for what? Being our #1 trade partner?
America is not Canada. And Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, do you hear this? President Trump joked that Canada would be our 51st state. Now Canada's new leader wants to turn that statement into a political war cry. And the internet is firing back.
Gunther Eagleman stated Justin Trudeau has just been replaced by Mark Carney as Prime Minister of Canada, a leftist lunatic. And Pierre Poilievre stated Liberals are trying to trick Canadians into electing them for a 4th term by replacing Trudeau with his economic advisor, Mark Carney.
That's right, the internet is calling him another Trudeau with a deeper voice and bigger ego. But it gets worse. Carney is obsessed with net zero policy. That would decimate their energy sector and destroy Alberta's economy.
And it, again, is one of the reasons we're having this ruthless, relentless focus on net zero, because in the end, look, we can't stabilize the climate unless we get to net zero. And it's a simple, these are hard numbers. Your emissions are either A or B, they're going up or down. And if they're going down, are they going down consistent with the science? We anchor it in the science, the same science the UN and others use.
Here we go again. The same climate cult politics that ruined Europe now are being shoved down Canada's throat by the man who literally wrote a book about dismantling fossil fuels. Jordan Peterson said it best, this guy would kill their economy.
Inevitable grand poobah of the currently wretched but still dangerously powerful Liberals, one Mark Carney, is one of the world's prime advocates of the insane inanities of net zero. He is a man who has planned in writing, not least in his best-selling book, Values, the complete destruction of the fossil fuel industry. Bye-bye, Alberta.
But hold up, the real kicker is Trump's response. You ready for this?
What I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection. We don't need them to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any one of our Tennessee, any one of our states build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy. So I say, why are we doing this? Why are we willing to lose between $100 billion and $200 billion a year? We don't need them.
Boom! That's Trump being Trump, putting America first. And the left cannot stand it.
But this guy, the liberal guy, he received 86% of the votes. Well, there's a lot of tough talk going on, but when it comes to the trading partnership, they really cannot survive without the United States. So the rhetoric is fine, I guess, if you want to rally your people, but then you're going to have to tell them, help the people, or at least explain to the people on how they're going to overcome when they get hit with this massive tariff.
Exactly. You think Carney is going to stand on principle when his country is losing billions? I mean, these tariffs are hitting Canada where it hurts, and Trump knows how to do it. Exactly how to do it.
Donald Trump does have a point on a number of issues. Number one, Canada runs up a $50 billion surplus with us. It usually has, except for a few years, always run a surplus. But it's getting bigger and bigger. It's based on a couple of facts. Exports to us a lot of gas and oil and electricity, and it protects in two different ways, both with tariffs and with state subsidies, its agricultural and timber industries. And it puts tariffs as high as 250% on things like American butter or milk or lumber and timber and things like that. So it's running up a sizable trade surplus. I think it's about the sixth nation in the world in terms of its surplus with the United States.
I mean, this is not about fairness. This is about control. This is about the global elitists trying to isolate Trump and control their puppets.
We didn't ask for this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. But Canadians are always ready when someone else drops the gloves. So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
Carney said Canada will win in the end. But I got news for you. Trump already did. The tariffs are working. The fake leaders are already being exposed. Look at Justin Trudeau, gone. And the people are waking up. We don't need Canada to be our 51st state. But if Canada keeps playing, they might just find out that we'll buy their whole country on a discount. Comment below, do you think Trump is right about Canada? And should we keep the tariffs even going harder? Smash that like button and share this with a friend. And hit this red subscribe button down below for the real truth that you won't find on mainstream media today.